Heyo, welcome to OmniDog's Book Club. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm OmniDog with my usual co-host Larry of Larry's Library. How are you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. I
Uh,
got I got sunlight coming through onto my shirt here, but
oh, nice. It's a totally dark and getting ready to storm here day.
oh
It
yeah.
was almost 100 degrees today, and
Mm.
that usually brings thunderstorms because summer apparently started like 10 days ago. So here we are. We are doing book club. The book is Twig by Scotty Young and Kyle Strom. And Larry was kind enough to give me slides that we can show because what do you think is better, Larry? The story or the art, or does it combine to make it perfect? Spoiler alert.
I
This book is perfect.
I think it's pretty perfect, but I think the art for me kind of steals the show at times because it's so lush, so much detail, the world building and the design of everything. It just knocks your socks all the way off. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what sort of notes Scotty Young gave to the artist, and of course,
Right.
let me see. The coloring was thank you, very little. Jean-Francois Belleux.
Yeah, the
Gorgeous,
colors are tremendous.
and the lettering was Nate Picos of Blambot. That's a pretty cool name, Blambot.
Yeah, I've seen his stuff before.
The letterer.
Yes. I can't remember in what, but several things I think.
So I discovered this book on my own when I was going through my stack of shame, and so I'm so glad that I thought of it because we both ended up loving it so much.
Right.
So we were talking about the notes that Scotty Young might have given Kyle Strom.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much is he's responsible for the look of the world. I mean, since he is an artist, maybe he gave him, drawings too. I don't know.
But. Yeah, that's true. We have Kane here. Twig colors are bright and bold. Love the scenery. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I'm glad to hear your thoughts. Well, we're gonna spoil it, Chris, but it's still worth reading.
Oh yeah,
because it's pretty close to being one of my books of the year.
Yeah, I think this has some rereadability for sure, and I don't usually reread things, so that's
one thing that helped was because of his dreams and stuff. Twig has dreams. We're gonna get to showing the what the hell are you talking about? How dare you?
Or she just pulls that out of nowhere. I don't know.
Oh, you have to claim credit for everything. Yeah, of course, this was Kristen's. This was a Chris recommendation. Kristen recommended it. I just wanted to jam you up because I saw you in the chat. Yeah, Kristen
comes up with some great ones.
She does.
Sometimes.
Elon will forget the spoilers by the time I get around to reading it anyway. It's
yeah.
So we think it's perfect. That's a spoiler alert because the story's amazing. Larry was right about the art doing the world building, and the story with the characters. Like you don't get much. There's not a lot of deep diving on the characters, but you end up caring about them, especially the Lobu or whatever his name was, the last
pink guy,
the last of his kind. All of this is so great. Not the banana slug.
the pink horned hippo kind of character.
Right. The plains
I
of the
think that's probably my favorite character.
Yeah, because Twig has a very sarcastic banana slug as a friend. And they are tasked with an incredible journey. Let's see, Lobi, the horned beast.
Lobi.
His heart is in his horn. I don't know about this. I don't want to know about this. Why did I put this up? I don't
Yeah,
I don't want to know that. Harvey, we're in the middle of a love affair with this book that Kristen recommended to us.
yeah,
What?
yeah. Tell us another day.
Yeah, yeah, pick a different chat to ruin it for us. So this first of all doesn't deserve a deluxe. It deserves like an artist edition.
Yeah, like a Marvel gallery size, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something so
that's
big I
big.
can barely get it through my door because the art is amazing. Let
I
me
have only one criticism of it, but I could save it to the end if you want.
you no, go ahead. Say something critical.
I mean, it's not very critical. It's damning with I don't know. It's there are a couple things brought up that I wish I had more, and I wish I had a Twig book too, where we explored maybe more of the chosen story. You know, the
Mm,
hero character,
right.
because
And what he
I'd
was
love to see the whole deal with the sword where it didn't have the Heartstone, and why did it not have the Heartstone? There's a whole backstory there we could explore, right? And
well,
then
yeah, it helps if once you read it, if you go back, it makes his dreams, Twig's nightmares make sense. You
yeah,
understand what he was dreaming.
and then the purple beast thing that he let loose from that uh, prison in the cave.
Right. They gave him the
I want
song.
to, yeah, I want to know what that was and why it was imprisoned, and is it wreaking holy hell somewhere now because he let it go, right?
I don't,
So
he gave him he gave him the song and uh a good message. There's one thing about this book, you can just read it by itself.
yeah,
Well, I don't know how you're going to miss the messages in it, which is like believe in yourself, keep
and then
trying,
everybody has a part to play, and
right?
is important, you know, for the greater good, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, because Twig has a journey that he has to complete with his friends, the banana slug dude, who is his sarcastic but loyal companion, and then Lobie, the pink beast with the horn. Um, and Twig got this job placed upon him. He wanted to be a chef, but his
right.
father, who was a placeling, is that what
Yeah,
they are?
basically,
Placelings,
I think so. Yeah,
where they go through a journey and they place these gems in their proper place so the world can keep continuing.
but
And
it have to be that. I kind of wonder if past placelings maybe had to move other objects in other places. So
well, yeah, that's
yeah,
true
I'm
because
not sure it's always a yeah, maybe
all we know is the Twig has to place the Heartstone in the
right.
whatever it is that the that the warrior, the what's the
The
dude's
chosen,
name, the chosen, yeah, can put in
yeah.
his sword. And oh, that's such a good scene. Okay, I'm gonna shut
Oh,
up
it is.
now. uh what's up,
Yeah,
Death? Good to see you.
I told Jess off camera here that the first page blew me away so much that when I did the scan, I actually broke it into the 3 grid panels so it would be larger on screen because there's so much beauty there that I thought it deserved it.
Okay, there we go. There's the book we're talking about. So let's go through the art and the story. And Larry was kind enough to give me these slides, which I appreciate. Um, it's a lot of work, and I appreciate your doing that.
No
And there's the
problem.
back of
I
it.
can do it.
And so that gives you an idea right there about the kind of landscape Twig has to go through. Like everything's practically alive with teeth, it seems like.
Yeah, a lot of sentient or semi-sentient landscape, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
And this world, it's only hinted at, but it seems like it's very old, and it's been, you know, because you see remnants of past civilizations, I think, here and there. But yeah,
This
this
is
is
what
the
you
first
made
panel.
huge. How'd you do this?
Well, just what I scan at is so much larger than StreamYard's limitation. StreamYard's only 720, so yeah, my scans are 4K, so I have plenty of room to zoom in and out like that. But
Well, this is awesome. This gives you an idea of the colors and the lettering and the art itself are just brilliant. And here's
Yeah, his bedroom here. This really grabbed me. The It's inside of a tree, but everything is made from trees too, or organic material. And the bookcase, how much would you love to have that bookcase, Jess? I mean, look at that.
I know, right next to
I
my
just love
bed
it.
with,
Yeah.
and then he's got little shelves for looks like various things there.
Mhm.
Uh,
Ingredients probably.
yeah, probably because he wanted to be a chef.
Yeah, and the nightstand is like a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little tree.
So, I mean, just into this. Um,
Yeah. This is just one quarter
James, you're
page panel.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Larry was kind enough to blow these up. And we see that Twig, let's see, Twig is late for his first day on the job as a placeling.
Yeah.
And I hope you included his showing up to the big giant sentient mountain.
I don't know if I did. It was hard to
Well,
choose.
yeah. Yeah, there's the sentient mountain. That's where Twig and his banana slug buddy have to show up, and the mountain rolls out his mountainous tongue for them to enter it, and that's the first
Yeah.
part of his journey. And so you look at all the detail on that. That's when they are they're at the path, they're at the path layers place, and he has passed away, so they have to do it on their own.
Yeah, so they don't know how to run this machinery, this arcane, very
Yeah,
complex machinery. They just kind of guess at it.
yeah, but look at all the detail on that, on that machine.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I could have done full size panels for everything in this book. I mean, it's crazy the level
yeah.
of detail.
And this is kind of heartbreaking at first because we're gonna spoil it. He needs uh he
Yeah,
needs to go ahead.
Chris Brogan says it looks like animation cells, and that's exactly what I thought too right away.
I think we both agree they need to back up the truck of cash to these creators and make an animated movie out of this.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, look at the eyes. Look at the reflection in the eye and everything. It's just crazy, crazy detail.
Yeah. So I really think this could easily be turned into a wonderful 45-minute, hour-long animated movie. So here he's facing off with his gem. He's given a gem, Twig is, that he has to take to the place where he's supposed to put it in, but it overloads at the previous slide. It overloads here, and he needs to get the magic back in the gem, which he keeps getting setbacks.
He somehow cracks it accidentally, and it loses its charge or something. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, using this machine where they put various potions and stuff in it, and he's just kind of winging it, but it works. And there you see at the bottom right, his banana slug buddy. Wait, what's his name? Loby is the rhino guy.
Yeah, and they named him.
Splat.
He didn't have a name to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah, Loby got his own
Splat.
name, but Splat is the banana slug dude who can stretch and stuff, and he's really great. He's sarcastic but loyal, so he's a good
he's
friend.
kind of a wise guy. Yeah.
And so this is kind of heartbreaking. He thinks he has to kill Loby for his horn, which is where his heart is. And it's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger that gets resolved in a nice way. Yeah, here he is, and he has to kill you. Comic Book Report, good to see you. Yeah, this is an awesome book. I'm 100% sure that everybody will dig this book. anybody that doesn't dig this book doesn't actually have a heart.
Yeah, I think they could be soulless. They could have something wrong with them, on a
yeah, soulless. You have a dark soul. So here we get this is the cliffhanger. Actually, they're on a cliff and he has nowhere to run and he doesn't want to. Oh, and then he says everyone has a choice, which is an interesting thing to say. Let me go back over here.
Yeah, and he's the pink guy's initially just going to let him do it. He says, "Well, if you can save people, then go ahead and take it."
Right, because Twig has to place that heartstone so that the chosen one can use it to save the world. It's not actually Twig that saves the world. He calls himself the hero behind the hero.
Behind the hero, right?
So this is an emotional moment where Twig doesn't really want to kill. He's the last of his kind. Lobi is the last of his kind because of poachers.
Yeah, they're all just massacred. So, at first I was thinking, well, this is kind of an all ages book, but I don't know. It's really not, because there is a lot of kind of heavy themes here at times. So maybe not quite all ages, but close.
Yeah. So we get a better look at Lobi here and Splat and Twig. Ooh, there's a great one. This is where Lobi.
Yeah, that was just a single panel again, but it holds up so well. You can just go in there and see all that detail.
Yeah, this is almost a crime that it's so small in a trade.
Yeah, it just leaves you wanting more for sure.
Yeah, actually,
but it does have a good, satisfying ending. I mean, the ending is.
Oh yeah. Did you buy this, or did Kristen give you her copy?
Actually, this is my wife's copy that Kristen bought her as a gift. So
you still haven't bought a trade paperback?
Well, I have, but I typically don't. So
you typically don't. I know.
Right.
Oh, and look at this shot! Wow.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite panel. This is the second to last page, the bottom panel, and I mean, just look at that. Don't you want to go there? Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I can show. Let me see what my favorite panel was, because there's so much in this. I mean, you could have given me the whole thing in slides and
right. I could have went on for hours scanning and Photoshop and editing, and
yeah,
there's just so much here.
Now that's the last slide, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm happy to put it back up, but I wanted to show, let me highlight myself just so I can show, this is the kind of stuff that's in it. This is one of his nightmares. And
right, sort of foreshadowing what he thinks has to happen, or
yeah, he keeps having these.
He doesn't know.
He keeps having these premonitional nightmares. And then you get a panel like this where he's looking out at what the world is like.
Had you ever seen anything from this Kyle Strom? Because I had never heard of him. The artist.
No, I have to be honest, I have not. Let me get some. I want to get some more. Just of the landscape. The landscape these guys have to traverse is amazing. Oh, and this is another one of his nightmares. But look at the coloring.
Yeah, there are no words. How great this art is.
Oh, yeah. I had to ask you a question. Lobi falls on a bridge and ends up getting picked up by this pirate sailing this ship in the fog.
Yeah, I guess he's a ghost pirate, maybe.
I don't know,
but a ghost to you.
And he was going to go fog fishing. He looks like a cloud creature, like a fog cloud type guy. But
yeah,
but when you read this in your head, like I never usually do this. When I read these books, I usually don't have voices in my head. But for this guy, I had a total pirate voice going in my head when he's like,
yeah, I think so.
Lobie was telling me that as well as much. I'm hearing you have a song to be singing to the moon. That's how I read it in my head for the pirate captain.
Now that I guess we would credit Scotty Young more than, or at least just as much as the artist.
Yeah.
So maybe I shortchanged Scotty Young. When I told Kristen that that I thought the art was a star, she gave me one of those looks, you know. But
ooh, you don't want to get
well, I
one
think
of
how I
those.
phrased it was that it was all about the art, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
it is a great story too. It is.
Oh yeah, it's a great story, and I just wonder what Scotty Young told to Kyle.
Yeah.
You know, I think they generally writers give them a general sense of what to do.
Well, I mean, it depends on if they did full scripts or if it was just a Marvel style. You know, I mean, there's lots of ways to do it, from what I understand. And I don't know what Scotty Young's preference is.
Yeah, given how talented Scotty Young is, he could have sketched the whole thing out and let Kyle go, or just given him notes,
or maybe some just vague sketches of the characters and the landscape. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, the landscaping. When you said like the world building, the landscaping is really amazing. What they have to go through.
The blurb on the back, they mention a Dark Crystal Labyrinth style world, and I think that's accurate. But I also think of, and this is going to sound funny, but I also thought of the heavy metal film a little bit. Certainly not in content, but in the way the animation was, that everything was so lush and just pulled you in. You know, it kind of reminded me of that.
See, these are like the living landscapes that Larry was talking about. What they have to go through. And I don't know. I have never seen Dark Crystal. I saw Labyrinth. I get the.
Oh, you haven't seen Dark Crystal? It's pretty good.
I get the Bone-esque quest that they referred to, but I also haven't seen Heavy Metal. So, John, this is interesting. John met the artist at Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City earlier this year. Such a nice guy. I was able to get a sketch of him of Twig. Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
John, do you know what else? I mean, we could Google it, I guess. What else has Kyle done?
Well, there's a little bit in the back here in his bio. I mean, it just says he's done stuff for Marvel, DC, Image, Aftershock, IDW, Dark Horse, Dynamite. I mean, it just names all the publishers, but I don't know what he's done specifically.
Oh, he lives and works in Kansas City. He's an adjunct professor at the Kansas City Art Institute.
Yeah, I tagged him on the cover image on the post I did on Instagram. So I'm following him now. So we'll see if he posts anything.
Okay, good.
About upcoming stuff, but
I need to do that too. Oh, Scotty also lives in Kansas. Oh, he lives in Kansas City, Kansas, with his wife, 2 boys, and a very large dog. I've loved everything that Scotty Young has written and everything he's done. And Jean-Francois Belleux
is incredible.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then, of course, the lettering. I've noticed more. I'm starting to notice lettering more in my reading.
I think generally I notice it more when I don't like it than when I do. But occasionally something will jump out.
Okay, Chris says, he did Unearth with Cullen Bunn and Spread with Justin Jordan.
Okay, I have a question for Chris. Is the style completely different in Unearth, or is it similar? Or
I feel like I could almost go pull Unearth. I haven't read it. It's in the other room. I haven't read it yet. I don't think I have Spread with Justin Jordan. But yeah, I need to post this on Instagram and give my 10 out of 10, 5 stars, everything is beautiful type review. I don't know what else we can say about it. It's so brilliant.
that Nectarmancer character, who seemed to be some sort of almost demonic cyborg. I guess I should have got a scan of that, but
Oh yeah, that's who he goes to see if he can get the magic back and the gem.
yeah, he seems to be like part mechanical and
Yeah, here he is.
very odd looking.
He does seem to.
Yeah, and his organic face seems to be lower on his abdomen there, and then he has a. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but
Yeah, this is who
very
they go
scary.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here's some more of what he looks like in his interaction with Twig and Splat.
Yep.
Okay, no worries. I
Oh,
appreciate
he just
that.
looked it up. Okay, I thought maybe he had read it, but
I'm sure.
yeah. This is a winner completely. I mean, I don't know how anyone could not love this.
Yeah. We've already decided that they're soulless or have a dark soul, a black heart. They feel nothing.
There's something missing for sure.
Yeah.
So,
because
does anybody know? Was there a hardcover ever released of this? I don't think there was.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think since it's Image, I wonder. I don't know how they figure out the Image guys, because you see Hickman and Remender put their stuff out in hardcover. Maybe it depends on what the
Yeah, I don't think there was. I'm not pulling anything up here, but
Aku, this book is awesome. However, The Me You Love in the Dark is better. That is an opinion which you are completely entitled to have. I've also read The Me You Love in the Dark, and it is awesome.
I've not read that.
This, and you spoke about the ending, and it does have a feel good ending, and it's there's a lot of tension, and they go through trials and tribulations, and they think they're done, and then they figure it out through pluck and heart and stuff. I don't know. I got emotional thinking about his having to take the life of Lobi, and then
yeah, and I actually thought he was going to do it there for a second, didn't you?
Yeah,
and it was kind of horrifying. So.
It was. Yeah, he didn't want to do it, but he had the knife out because he needed the heart to regenerate the gem to save the world. James is saying that it's on the Image site. It's only trade paperback. Well, I hope
did you notice the? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Did you notice the phrasing there? It was never save the world. It was save the worlds, plural.
That's right.
So we're hinting at more than one. So there's so much here that could be done in a book too that I'm ready for it. Right?
Yeah. Like, how did he float to the moon? He floats to the moon to sing the moon his song and get a teardrop from the moon. That was an awesome part when he had to sing a song. And then here's the giant moon that he's floating up to. This needs a fold out.
You haven't watched any Rick and Morty, have you, Jess?
No.
Well, there's a thing in it called, I think it's called the Plimbus. And it's I won't say what it is. It's pretty gross though. And that thing is it looks similar to what happens to the moon on that double page spread there toward the end.
Oh,
it comes out.
This one? This was
that one right there.
The moon is like an egg, and the moon essence comes out to listen to the song.
Anyone in the chat that is familiar with Beavis and Butthead, tell me that doesn't remind you of the Plimbus a little bit.
On Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
See, this is an amazing concept that he's singing a song, and I will admit, the song that he's singing in my head sounded like the Little Mermaid song when she sings I'm not going to try and hit any more notes than that. But I mean, of
Someone
course,
will clip that if you do.
yeah, if Cycle's in the chat, he might. But I got the Little Mermaid song in my head when Twig was singing the song from his heart to the moon, and it moved the moon to tears, and it's just amazing.
That Plimbus, the Plimbus imagery in my head kind of spoiled that moment a little bit for me.
Doctor Who already told us that the moon is an egg. Oh, I haven't seen whatever episode that is. I know that
I haven't either. I've seen a lot of Doctor Who, but I don't remember that.
I know that I'm a fake nerd because I haven't watched Doctor Who. I really do want to, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think we need a book too, though, for sure.
That it would be good to go deeper into the characters and deeper into the world.
But I wouldn't want to do it unless I could get the same team. I mean that would be terrible if they did a book 2 and then they had to get a different artist or something. It would be I don't want that.
Yeah, this is a team that needs to stick together with the colorist, with the letterer. I think I started paying attention. I know this isn't going to be everybody's favorite, but I love the books. As Bendis's X-Men, and then all X-Men since then. I paid attention to the lettering, and the lettering's really cool and different in those books. All the X books since Bendis's X-Men seem to have that, whatever that really cool font is that they talk in, and of course they change it a little bit for different characters. But I've really started paying attention more to lettering in books and how important it is. And not just for like sound effects, but the speech bubbles and stuff.
Yeah, they could definitely ruin the book if it's hard to read. That's for sure.
Oh, like the Batman Who Laughs with the red on black or whatever that was. That was impossible to read.
Yeah, that's an example of a poor choice for sure.
Yeah, but we love this.
Yes,
I can't think of anything. Is there anything else we have left to say besides we love this and recommend it to everybody that has a heart that isn't soulless?
I don't think so, but Image needs to answer for not releasing this in a giant hardcover.
It might have been up to I feel like the creators are the ones that make the choice at Image, right?
Yeah, you're probably right, because they're most if not all of what they do is creator owned.
Well, this needs to be released in a Remender size book.
Yeah,
like just a giant library size edition.
And then with fill up the last 30 pages with character sketches and
script.
Give us the script too and the plot. I'll take all that.
This would be the first time ever I cared about a script, because I would want to know what Scotty Young.
I won't read the scripts. I just kind of skim them, right? I mean, I don't usually pour over them, but I think I would here. I think you're right.
Yeah, I'd want to know what direction Scotty Young gave to the artist and stuff. And I'd love to see the art without color, and then
so this came out in was it 2022? I think that's what I looked up.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe that was the single issues came out in 2022.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure Kristen pushed me to get this, and then she was the one to suggest it as the
I wonder if this got nominated for anything, because I feel like it should have, you know.
Yeah, this was strong throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, you know, I love this so much. I think I'm gonna go try to get issue 1 of the single, just to have it on the off chance that someone could get it autographed, right? I mean,
yeah, standing in line for Scotty Young.
And or Kyle Strom, maybe. Kyle Strom,
or
this would be
the
one
color.
I'd like to have all the signatures on the cover.
Yeah,
of a single issue.
Who would be good for that? Who's done that for you before? Stood in line and got you
very effectively.
Yeah, whoever that was good at their job. I can't think of who that was.
And now she needs a new quest, right?
Yeah.
because everyone has their part to play, just like in the story.
That's right. Everyone has their part to play. Exactly. Scotty will be at Terrificon in Connecticut in August. Can't wait. Are you going to take take the trade or the issues to get him to sign? I bet you.
I know what Kristen's thinking. I don't know if she's still watching, but she's thinking, I have a rather large part I'm playing right now. I'm like, that's true. And it's getting larger. So
yeah, actually, he was at Heroes, I think, last year, but I couldn't. He already had a line. I stood in line for a little bit for
Crazy
Dane
line.
Warren Johnson, and then his line was just too long for me to stand in. And I don't think I brought anything for him to sign. But if he's at Heroes next year, you're right. I should get the issue 1 and get all the artists. I mean, all the creators to sign it. That'd be a great.
I'm gonna try to get that. In fact, if I can get it, I'm gonna get 2 copies. One for Kristen, and so
you're gonna have her stand in line for both books signed?
Well, maybe eventually. I don't know, but I mean, I do hope to get to a con myself one day.
Well,
I've been to a con before, but
yeah, well, you met Jim Shooter.
Yeah, that was so close. I had to travel not far at all, so it almost doesn't count. But I did. It happened. So
okay, well, yeah, I think it counts. Aku's having him sign A Strange Academy print and Middle West, one of my favorite books. Good choices. So, yeah, I don't know that we have much more to say on this other than you guys need to get it.
Yeah, no, Kyle Strom is on Instagram. If you see my post on Instagram, I do have him tagged in that image. So go follow him on Instagram. We can always bug him there and see if we can get more info, maybe,
Okay, I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
I have a pick. I also have music that I listened to while I read it, and that was perfect. So
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this was great. Thank you, Larry, for your time and your effort in the slides, and for doing the book club with me.
No problem. It's fun.
I may have to move this from a Sunday to a different day, so I'll talk to you off air about that. Okay. Because I can't do the live collected edition thing tonight because junior management comes over on Sundays. So I need to figure out a way that I can do both of these things, but I'll talk to you about it off air.
Yeah, we got some time. So
yeah, and we can pick the next. We can figure out what book we can pick next. Maybe we can have another Chris recommendation from your daughter.
Perhaps.
She's full of opinions, so that'd be good.
Yeah, I recommend anyone who still hasn't read this, go read it, because it's a treat for sure.
Oh yeah, thank you, James. Tomorrow starts my 31 days of superhero T-shirts on Instagram. I'm gonna wear a different shirt. I kind of got this idea from Kristen too, who was challenged to wear a Green Day shirt in high school for 30 days, a different Green Day shirt. She had 30 different Green Day shirts. I picked a 31 day, and so I'm not gonna model them, but I may just show what I'm wearing. I don't know. Nobody needs to see me in a T-shirt on Instagram. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kane. I just junior management is here, and I can't. I just can't do it. It would not go over well at all, and I
got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I only get to see her once a week, so Sunday's the day. But Webhead is up for it, and so I'm going to try and figure out how we can. I got to bring junior management in on this conversation too, and see how I can manage it. So we'll figure it out because people like the live collected edition thing. So I will get it figured out. So go to Larry's library. The link is down below in the description. He does great videos and he's a great guy. So absolutely go check him out, and check me out on Instagram in July for 31 days of T-shirts. Thank you, James, for reminding me. And peace and love, peace and love. Thank you all for watching. I'll use my song to play us out. There they go. And I appreciate everybody watching. So peace and love.